guys, welcome back to the channel, Pause Window Cleaning, and I literally found the best, of course in my opinion, the best water-fed brush for beginners that is probably gonna save you a lot of money. Now, what brush is that? Is this nylon boar's hair brush. Now this, I would say, is a great brush, especially for you beginners. I've been using this over, I don't know, like I would say 4 months now, and it's been lasting longer than my boar's hair. This is like the normal boar's hair, and you can kind of see that this is pretty much brand new. I've only used it, I think, like for 2 jobs, so it's pretty brand new. But this one, I've been using it, the one on the boar's hair synthetic one, I've been using for about, I don't know, 3-4 months, maybe pushing 4 months, and I mean, it's still in great shape. Now, why am I saying this is the best beginner brush? Because as you can just see what I just showed you guys, this has been in pretty good shape. And now with this boar's hair, I probably go through this in 3 months, and then that's it, you know. And they're both about the same price. I think it's like a few 10-20 buck difference, but this one here will last much longer, and I will have links to this in the description down below, so if you want to use our links, it'll help us out a lot. But essentially this is pretty cool because this, like I said, is great for just, you know, you don't want to have the nylon brush. It's better than the nylon, but I'm going to be honest, it's not as good as the boar's hair. So let me explain that really quick. I've been using this for, like, this, not this specific one, but I've been using boar's hair for years. Love it. And then I found out about the synthetic boar's hair. I was like, oh, I have to try it, and I did. The only thing is, I feel like it's too hard. You know, I've been saying, like, I want to do like a 3-4 month review, and I loved it at first, but you know, going from this and trying this out this past week, I'm like, oh, I miss this, because when I go against a window, look at that. Like, it just already wants to expand. It's great. This one, when I try to expand, it's like hard. I don't know if that's really making sense. It's really hard, you know? So what happens is that it's become super stiff. And then when I put more pressure, even my wife tried to use this one time, and she's like, man, this is super stiff, especially when you're kind of going in an angle. It's like really hard, and it's like not as comfortable. And even like with my pole, it starts twisting a little bit. But again, if this is your first brush, this is a great starter brush, because this, I mean, it's gonna last you forever. You don't really have to worry so much, because it can start adding up, right? Every 3 months, it's, let's say, I forget how much, it's like $100 bucks, a little bit over $100 bucks, depending if you have like over the top rinse bar, which I always suggest getting, unless you get like this double rinse bar. I guess that could be another video within itself. But this is great. This is like, I mean, like every 3 months, let's say you're spending 150 bucks over a year. That's like, let's just say it's 150, just for like taxes and all that. That's like, what, 600 bucks a year? This is probably like 100. Oh man, I need to look up the price before I do videos, right? But this is about 100, and this will probably last you probably, I mean, in this rate, I mean, this has already been like, what, 4 months? Probably could last you a whole year, I mean, if you really want to, right? So I mean, this has been great. I think it's really good for beginners, because like I said, you don't have to worry, because you're already kind of on a budget, if that makes sense. And you're probably like, oh man, if I'm on a budget, you know, I don't want to be spending more money on a boar's hair. You can maybe use that in other ways, or maybe upgrading other equipment, you know. But I would say this is really great. Now, I guess this is kind of like a bonus. I've been also using the double rinse bar aluminum. This has been great. I mean, I highly suggest getting it, because like, let's say, the thing is, I didn't have my screwdriver, so that's why I didn't replace it. But with something like this, I would just take this off and put it here, and it's great because I can keep this aluminum rinse bar forever, if that makes sense, until it breaks, which I don't think it's ever gonna break. But it's just been great, I mean, using that. And I mean, it's a great combo. But if you can kind of tell, I have something very unique here. What in the world is happening with all these hoses? So I'm gonna also tell you guys, I actually, like I said, now that I moved back, I'm gonna kind of make this into a 2-part video. Now that I moved back to boar's hair, and I'm gonna put the aluminum rinse bar into here, I might just buy another aluminum rinse bar, because I actually use this now for solar panel cleaning. Man, I used this yesterday. This was like the best thing ever, because I'm not only using 4 pencil jets, okay, I also used 2 rinse bars on top of this brush, and it's just been awesome. I've gotten like so much flow. But essentially what I did, let's see if I can break this down. So what it comes with is a 2-to-1. Then from here comes that 2, I guess, one way and one way out, right? Like a 3-way into here, okay? So when I have my brush for water fed, I connect the hose into here. But then what did I do? I got another 2-in-1 to go here, and I connected another 2-in-1, and then got over the top rinse bar. It's a lot of plugs, but when I used this yesterday, it was awesome. So let's say this is what, a three-way, 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 three. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 three-ways. It's crazy. But if you just have one over the top rinse bar, you just use less. But man, it's just crazy that it's like all over the place. But I would say it's totally worth it. Just a little hack too, especially if you have like a lot of flow. You know, this is great to kind of like minimize the flow, because yeah, if you have low pressure, you're probably not going to be able to do this. But yesterday's job, it was yesterday's job, I had so much pressure that I was like, let's try this, and it's just been great. So anyways, that's just kind of like my little review for you guys. If you are a beginner and getting into water fed, this synthetic, that's the word, synthetic boar's hair is great. And then eventually, you know, after, you know, you started your business and everything, you have a little bit of extra money coming in, I would then say, you know, you can keep going at it. But I just want to say boar's hair does work a lot, because look, if I go put a little pressure, look how easy that is. I'm not even putting that much pressure, and I'm already able to move it. Whereas this is like, look, that same pressure I was doing, I have to kind of push a little bit harder. And especially when I'm kind of like going on a window, like this gets stuck and I'm kind of like trying to brush, it's like a little bit difficult. Whereas this, oh man, it's so nice, because whenever I go here, it's so forgiving. And when I have like my brush on an angle, I'm not like kind of pushing a lot. My pole doesn't twist like I mentioned before, but it's been really great. So anyways, that's kind of like my little review. But again, you know, like pretty much both brand new, let's say. I mean, I've been using the other one longer, but I mean, pretty much, you know, it's a little bit, I mean, yeah, it doesn't even look like it. It still looks brand new. So, but I would say this is good, better for like first time cleans and stuff. Of course, not paint or anything construction related, but yeah, that's kind of that. So anyways, if you liked the video so far, don't forget to like, comment. Do you guys use the synthetic, I don't know why I can't think of that word, synthetic boar's hair, or do you guys like the regular boar's hair, or do you guys like the nylon brush? So just leave that in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and we catch you guys in the next one. Bye.